to the Young Content Show.
Hard as this, all alone and hardly miss. Just the joker's looking for his Harley Quinn. Coming from a problem kid. Move around, get it solved. Who's down, get involved. It won't take a lot to make it call.
Whoa, peace, beloved, peace. It's your homie, Young Content, the unofficial sensei of the culture, mastering youthfulness, contentment, NFTs. What's going on? We might have a, OBS is acting weird, but it's cool. We have A.N.I.M.O in the building. They are safe and sound. They made it to the dojo. How's your mind? How's your energy? This soundboard I have is literally toxic, so you're not gonna hear no sound. But if you guys know, you know, A.N.I.M.O, pets, MECHS, when they come together, something special happens. A quick story about A.N.I.M.O. I knew about them a year ago. Invested in them. It was exciting times. How's the stream running, first and foremost? Okay, wow, what is that? Blacktober. Sheesh. Let me see. Guys, give me some feedback here. Refresh on that. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? We still live? Hold on, let me check my phone. Let's see if this chat is working. I can hear you and see you, brother. Holy shit. Okay, cool. Okay. This chat's working. Sometimes you just gotta double check. I can hear you and see you, brother. Holy shit. Okay, cool. This $8,000 PC sometimes sabotages me all the time, okay? Holy shit, sorry about the echo. This whatever $8,000 PC is literally, it's like hocus pocus, right? This thing is always doing some wizardry shit. Shout out to Hit Money Yeet. Stream looking good. Sound good. Special K, what's up, beloved? Looking good. I can hear you, see you. We up. LFG chat is working. All good, fam. Mvella, good to see you, Mvella. How you doing? It's been a long time. The sensei's here. The last show was a catastrophe because of technical difficulties. You know, I'm a rookie. All right. I work as an AV tech on the side. You guys don't understand. But my story, A.N.I.M.O, bought A.N.I.M.O last year in the bull market. Everyone was hyped about this project. You had a little pets inside MECHS. I think I bought it because it was a cool PFP. I like the art. I didn't expect them to do what they're doing now with a over-the-top shooter, a game, pilots. There's a bunch of stuff that we're about to unpack on the show. Without further ado, let me introduce you to the main man of A.N.I.M.O, A.N.I.M.O himself. What's going on, dude?
Hey man, how's it going?
Dude, thank you for being on the show. We're about to cue this music though, so people can vibe. How you feeling?
Good, good. A bit tired. It's been a long day, but it's feeling like it's gonna be a long week actually. But it's always good. That just means there's stuff to do, right?
Is that toys behind you? I see.
Yes, maybe.
Those look super dope.
Yeah, these are actually like the first prototypes we printed. Um, Trying to figure out like getting a feel for how we wanted the collectibles to be. We printed them ourselves, and then that's when we got the ball rolling.
Shit. Someone said lower the music volume. Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, guys, this is all live. This is like Bill O'Reilly on Fox News in fucking 2000. He did it live, right? We do it live here. First and foremost, before I even go into further of this chat, I'm gonna hit the record button because this is going on podcasts, on the Young Content podcast, where you can listen to it on Spotify, Google, Apple. So give me 1 second, Mr. A.N.I.M.O. Peace, beloved, peace. It's your homie Young Content. We are right now on episode 113 of Live with the Sensei. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. We have A.N.I.M.O in the building. First and foremost, A.N.I.M.O, for those that don't know what A.N.I.M.O is, what is A.N.I.M.O? What's the spiel?
Wow, there's a lot to unpack there actually. I think the shortest way to describe it is a video game and collectibles company. We developed this IP, this universe where these small animals pilot deadly machines, and it just kind of grew from there, really.
Nice. So what made you think about animals piloting these aggressive machines?
So this was actually an idea that MECHS had originally. He's an artist who's worked for over 10 years in the game industry and has a lot of credits. He's really talented, of course. And when I approached him to kind of start a project, just pulled it out of his back pocket, like I already have the idea right here. And that's kind of when it all came together, really. I would say the project itself.
Wow. So it was just McNuggets. McNuggets was so this was his baby for the past 10 years? Do you know?
I don't know how long he had the project for, but I know he had some concepts for it. And it was basically that, right? Like an animal riding kind of a very complex robot or machine. So we took that concept and kind of broke it down into the A.N.I.M.O units that you see today in game.
Sweet. So what's your background? I mean, I know I have a really rare A.N.I.M.O. I pulled this like bear koala. I don't know what it is exactly. I would have to look it up, but I don't even want to touch my other screen. I have a really rare one. What has the community, with the bear market, people kind of get impatient. How have you handled the bear market with your community?
So one thing we're doing, or that we've always done, is we're pretty transparent about where we are in the process. So we constantly share updates on anything we're doing, whether it's like the collectibles or whether it's the game development. We recently had a shift, of course, in what we're doing with development, just because we're toying with the idea. And I'm going to drop a bit of early alpha, I guess. We're seriously considering branching out the game, which is currently a top-down shooter. So the camera perspective is from top to bottom, to a third-person shooter. So something you would see like, Fortnite, where the camera is over the shoulder and you kind of aim that way, right? We feel like this really opens up a lot of opportunities for gameplay, and a lot of players are either expecting it or kind of on the side that they want to have this type of experience as well. So it's definitely something that we want to plan for if we're gonna take it into consideration.
Wow. I don't know if I've seen a game like this on the market like that. Are you guys going to really go for like a play to earn style, Web3? You know, because that's what people want. Play to own, play to earn, play to collect. You know what kind of style you're trying to go for?
Yeah, I mean, I think those terms are a bit bloated right now. It's really nice to play to own, of course, and you know, whatever you buy, you end up owning. But I think it's really more of an implementation detail. Looking to not be the size of necessarily just blockchain games, but games in general. So we look a little bit outside just using blockchain, right? So we want to make sure we have a good product first. Because that's ultimately what's gonna bring in the players, right? Like, you don't go to Fortnite or Call of Duty or League of Legends because you own or can own something, right? It's more of, you know, the gameplay that draws you back, the new content, the characters, the story, whatever game has to offer, right? So we have to make sure that that's solid first. But yeah, of course, I mean, our entire economy is going to be hosted on the blockchain, right? So whatever you end up minting or buying, you're gonna own. You're gonna be able to trade it, sell it, give it away, do whatever you want with it, right?
Yeah, I titled the stream A.N.I.M.O, the sleeper in Web3 and NFT gaming, because I really believe you guys are a sleeper. You guys have a head start compared to a lot of these new projects that are trying to come out in this weird market we're in. You haven't rugged in over a year, which is cool. That's, you know, you didn't pull the rug underneath people. Still building, toy development. All this stuff is a recipe for success, I believe. Don't you guys know a friend of mine, like, don't you know Bitcoinsky pretty well?
Yeah, the name definitely rings a bell. I think we may have talked a few times, either through the A.N.I.M.O account or through my Twitter account.
Wow. How was that early phases of creating this with developers? Did you guys have Solidity developers? Like, what was the challenging part of the conception of this project?
So I think more than challenging, it was just tedious because we already knew what we wanted to do and how to do it. Our team is really varied too. We have the 4 founders. There's 2 artists, a full stack developer, and myself as product developer. So I basically took what they did and just put it together into something that was cohesive, right? Like I walked through everything that had to be done and basically organized it all. So we ended up with what we have today. You know, that meant sometimes that I had to do some coding, but obviously not as much as the full stack developer, right? But it was still something that I had to do. So that's kind of how it all came together. It was pretty seamless because we had so many disciplines, so it's not like we were really lacking something. And thanks to having a good product, it luckily actually kind of marketed itself just really well. So we didn't really have to rely on any crazy marketing strategies, let's say, or have to do some crazy spending amount to capture an audience who was interested, right?
Yo, yeah, that's a great answer. Right, I don't know if you remember being in their Discord. I do remember there was a part where to earn the whitelist spot, you had to play a game, and the game would go down, and people were like, "What's going on? I can't access this shit." People started getting frustrated. I remember that time, and it was like the hype cycle. You guys literally had a lot of like people's attention.
Yeah, I mean, it served one specific purpose, which was it didn't allow any bots to get whitelisted. So we know that traffic was purely organic, and things we can tell by looking at the data because it slowly started increasing the whitelist. It's not like, you know, 10,000 bots came and just wiped it all out. And second, it also showed it was a statement as to what we could do. We made obviously it was a short prototype, more of a proof of concept, right? It had tons of bugs, and you know, we had tons of production issues, especially on launch. Amazon kind of betrayed us, thought the traffic was bots, so it started blocking the traffic. So yeah, there were obviously a ton of switches that we should have flipped for the launch to go smoother that we actually noticed later on. But yeah, it was basically just a taste of what we could do, right?
Yeah, I love that. And you said you're a product designer. What some products have you designed before, or are you kind of dabbling into that life?
Well, I'm a product designer, but it's actually a UX design. So it's more like the experience that the user has with the product. I previously background in software engineering as well. That's how I started my career in gaming. Then I moved on to user research, so I really have like a lot to pack in there as well. And it really meshes well together whenever you have to make something. Just name a few titles that I got my hands on. As a user researcher, I worked on Fortnite, a few of the Call of Duties. I think one of the Ghostbusters games that came out in 2016. I did as a UX designer. I worked on CryEngine heavily. Unfortunately, not all changes saw the light of day, but it's still like very intensive work. And yeah, as a software engineer, mostly on self projects and mobile game studios. But yeah, I pretty much got my hands on a lot of disciplines out there.
Yeah, you mentioned Ghostbusters. They have a new game coming out called Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. That doesn't sound super appetizing.
Yeah.
What would you name your game? How would you appeal with the name? You guys have like a certain name you want to go with, like a full-on sentence?
Yeah. It's actually 3 short words. The name we thought of was A.N.I.M.O Stars Arena. I don't know, it just kind of rung with us. And we made this like logo for it and kind of branded, and it just, I guess it stuck. Obviously it's not final, like if the audience,
can you say it again?
Players doesn't. A.N.I.M.O Stars Arena.
A.N.I.M.O Stars Arena. Okay. Kind of rolls
so I mean,
off the
you
tongue,
can
kind of.
Exactly. So you could say, oh yeah, join the arena or things like that, right? So it kind of rings in different ways. We made some nice logos for it, a mascot. Obviously, if the players don't respond well to it, we're open to change, especially because we're early in development. But I don't know, it kind of just rung with us.
Wow. Guys, if there's any lag, it is what it is. We're in fucking the Matrix anyways. It doesn't really matter. As long as you hear the voice. I was gonna say I did some research today in the dojo, and thank you for all the new people that are entering the dojo right now in the chat. I see Redefined 456. He says, "Hey, let's go." That Shun Wizard. I don't know how to say your name, dude, but he says, "Yo." And Vela had to leave early to go to the library. And Special Case says, "Wow, that's an impressive resume." Yeah, it is impressive. Very. I found out the top 7 most expensive items. There was an item in Second Life that sold in that time. It was high for, I believe, like $1,400 during Second Life's time. I found out this red light district. It was, I don't know, in Second Life that had like red light district and Amsterdam recreated. There was a Star Atlas sale of a big ship. I forget the name of the ship that went for $100 grand. What would, if you had an expensive item inside A.N.I.M.O, what would that expensive item be?
Wow. So right now, I think we have a couple of items that might be cool that people could consider high value. But I think, or at least in my opinion, the nicest item that we have is the Nebula skin. Just because it has like this different shader and it's really different, like it's really eye-catching, right?
Is that the
you can
one
kind
with
of see
the
the
star
stars
skin, right?
not reflected on it, but yeah, exactly.
So if I had to go snipe something, it would be that straight.
Yeah. I actually did snipe one early on. I did wait a bit until after the collection was out. At least a few weeks had passed and people understood like rarity. It was up. We had charts. And someone let go of one for like 0.45, and I immediately grabbed it.
How much they let it go? 0.45?
Yeah, I think it was 0.45 ETH.
Jeez, someone paper-handed, but hey, it is what it is. Have you been seeing a lot of? There was a project 2 days ago that I thought was dead, that resurrected. It was called Hoss Pass. They started implementing a staking mechanism in there. You stake your device to earn these tokens to then use it for in-game cosmetics. Thought it was very cool. It was a really cool UI, UX on their website as well. Is there any staking that you guys are thinking about, DeFi mechanisms inside A.N.I.M.O?
Not really. I don't think there's a need for it. Especially because we're already relying on, either Ethereum or Polygon as, the currency of the game. Whatever you buy will be, we'll try to make it as easy as possible, right? We don't want to hide or obscure game mechanics behind staking or things like that, right? You want the skin, you buy it. We don't want to do loot boxes. We just want to make a good game, right? And whatever you buy for it should be transparent, right? You want to earn a skin, of course. There's going to be chances to do that. The idea is for you to play to earn that skin, not necessarily just passively earn skins, right?
Nice. When I talk about skins, are you like a big CS:GO player? Like, are you a gamer before? Who's in there that has a gaming? Who's the gaming guru in A.N.I.M.O?
So I think we're all gamers at the end of the day, since we make games. Play different games, of course. I used to be really big on CSGO. I even worked for some of the top broadcasters there, analysts as well. I don't know if Thorin will see this, but I used to work for him for a while, so shout out to him. I basically did his entire YouTube overlays and branding, but way back in the day. He always treated me really well, so shout out to him. Super into CSGO. I tried Valorant. It was fun, but it's basically CSGO with League of Legends on top. Played League for a lot of time as well. Played Rocket League. I mean, I think we all play different games. We all obviously bring different experiences to the table.
All right, cool, because I want to make sure the cherry pie is in good hands. You know what I mean? I want to make sure the cherry pie doesn't deflate in the middle. We like cherries over here in the dojo. It is our symbol. I don't know if you guys see it, right? You can see it in the APO sign there. But I had to turn the webs off, guys. The spiders are gone, okay? We have this Halloween theme for a reason, but that damn web shit, literally, I don't know what it does to the stream. It makes it lag, so I just figured that out. So people said big A.N.I.M.O fan here, Jedion. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Jedion, my man. People are literally giving Jedion flowers right now. A lot of flowers for Jedion. Whoa, who's the stud muffin talking for A.N.I.M.O NFTs? You have a name, or you don't want to give your real name out?
I'm completely doxxed. Half of the team is completely doxxed. I don't mind. My name is Eduardo. It's out there. It's on Discord. I posted it on my Twitter.
They think you're a stud, dude.
Yeah.
Stud muffin. You know what a stud muffin is?
I do not know.
They said you look really handsome.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thanks, Skate Vertigo.
You got him blushing, dude. You got him blushing. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I really I actually was trying to get you guys on the show last time. I think you guys were so heads down and building that you rejected the Sensei's offer. But it is what it is. We're here now, episode 113. The podcast will be out after this, so make sure the listeners, if you have someone who wants to get into A.N.I.M.O, share them this episode, share the podcast. I saw some leaks of your game. I wish I could show it. I can't, but it was really cool. It was really, really polished looking. You guys pride yourself on that polished look.
Yeah, I mean, something we obviously try to strive for is perfection, or as close as we can get to it. And that's where, everything comes in, right? It's taking all the MECHS that Andre creates, all the pilots that Tootie creates, putting it all together into one cohesive experience for every user, right? So that's what we really try to work hard on.
Yeah. So you also have these like pilot. It looks like these pets are like with pilot suits. Some have sneakers. Are you guys taking that Clone X approach for like streetwear and are you guys thinking about that, like how you want to send a message through fashion through these things?
Yeah, I mean, so something we're obviously starting to explore is not necessarily the animal that's piloting, but what animal wearing. And you know, this goes a little bit back into just exploration in general into the A.N.I.M.O universe. But something we're obviously considering starting to develop is just swagging up all the pilots with some nice clothes, some streetwear, some different uniforms. We want to make sure that some of these are rewards for different holder types. So for example, we have cadets who go way back. It's basically our OG role. They're going to get something special. And we have some different ideas for different roles as well. So yeah, it's something we really want to expand on.
That's awesome. That's cool. Shout out to the cadet role. You got to be really dedicated to be in that Discord when it was like a ghost town, dude. Holy shit! Like, has your I'm not saying your Discord is a ghost town, but a lot of, you know, we still don't have massive adoption like we want. You know, Dr. Disrespect has his game Dead Drop, which is a battle royale NFT based. I think that's really gonna set the world on fire in a good way. What do you think it's going to take to set the world on fire for A.N.I.M.O to gain massive notoriety?
So let me preface that with something very curious that I noted. If you look at the market purely from a competitor perspective, I think our closest competitor is a game called Mech Arena. It's a similar game, a third-person mech shooter. Plays, I guess, pretty similar. So technically, purely gameplay wise, it's the closest thing, right? They have 2,000 Twitter followers, but they have millions of players, I guess. I have to double check that, but they probably have either thousands or millions of players. It's already like a mainstream mobile game. I think it's on PC as well. It's curious to see this, right? Because it's very, very small following on socials, but gameplay wise, they have the users. So I think there may be some misconception that having a high following translates to people playing the game. So again, we're trying to focus on making sure we capture the players, not necessarily just a follower. So people who are willing to, in the future when the game's available, go in there, try it out, give us feedback. And that's something we've always done, right? That's something that Andre's art naturally does. That's something that my products have always been designed for. So, that's ultimately how we capture them, right? Yeah.
They don't have cute
pets? It's basically just a robot.
Oh man, so yeah, you guys seem like you're gonna capture. You guys are gonna capture a lot of glory in that one itself. Holy smokes!
Mr. Steal Yo player.
Jedion says Mech Arena Robot Showdown has over 10 million downloads, according to Google Play. Gage
and 2,000 Twitter followers.
Gage, I agree. Look at Top Ramen. They have like 2K followers on Twitter, and everyone be eating them. Wow. Yeah. Or Mentos. They only have like 2K too. I found Mentos only has what, like 10,000 followers. You like Mentos?
That's crazy. I love Mentos.
Are you gonna go with the fruity ones or the mint ones?
I'm gonna go with the fruity ones. Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer for sure. That's a great answer. Yeah, dude. I have about 13 A.N.I.M.Os. Is there anything that I could do? Are you guys thinking about like maybe fusing them up to like a Megazord thing?
So that's actually an idea that we originally had. Unfortunately, the technical implications of having the A.N.I.M.Os that could, let's say, change enough in shape to be able to adapt to either an arm, a leg, or something else. It just blew the scope out of the water. So it was.
Sorry to cut you. I see. Yeah,
that was kind of the joke afterward.
Okay.
So that was kind of the joke afterwards. We wanted to have this incomplete Megazord kind of mech on there, so we just did the two legs and the rest wasn't there. We did, however, do like the full Megazord with the 5 birds on top, so that's also 1-on-1. But in the future, who knows, right? Like as the game grows, if we get enough players, if enough players buy in, and that obviously turns into money, then we can reinvest that into somehow making even more things happen like this, right?
I could see
Fighting game, who knows?
I could see you guys merging with like Apex Legends, with some of that maybe an Easter egg in there or something. Big. Is that one of your goals? Is to maybe collaborate with some of these big gaming studios, or do you want to just show them what you got?
Yeah, I mean, we're very quietly doing this. So we're talking to different studios, different platforms, different brands, artists, just trying to get different people involved with A.N.I.M.O. Obviously, this takes a considerable amount of time, conversations, reaching out, hearing back, sitting down, just going over proposals. There's obviously a lot of like red tape, but we're definitely aiming for this. We'll have some more announcements as we get something signed on paper, though.
Sheesh! I need to I really wish my soundboard was working right now, because I have an epic sound for that. It sounds like you might I've answered my own question. You guys probably have a lot of hidden gems here. Who's somebody in the team you want to shout out that you really look up to?
I would say Red. He's here in the chat. Just a special shout out to Red. He's been there every day since the start. Just literally putting up his face at the community, powering through, helping us with everything that we need. Kobe as well. I mean, everyone who's involved in Discord. Obviously the 4 founders, gotta have to shout them out as well. Without them, this project wouldn't even be here. So just literally everyone who's involved, thank you so much.
Yeah, you got Red says "Aww" with a full beard. Everyone says red. Come on, guys, red. It's like Rudy. What are some? I want to ask you a side question. What are some TV shows you're watching on Amazon Prime, dude?
Oh man, so nothing on Amazon Prime, but I'm watching House of Dragons right now.
I heard that show's ass.
It's good. What? You don't like it?
I heard it's asshole.
But you heard it's asshole, but you haven't watched it, right?
I like Lord of the Rings. I like the Lord of the Rings more, a little better.
Okay, but the movies or the new series?
The new series. Have you seen the new series?
I haven't watched it yet. I have to watch it to see what it's like.
The chat is literally grilling me. Oh yeah, I love House of Dragons. The House of Dragons is amazing, guys. I don't get swayed by public opinion. I'm the Sensei.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. I was on Mint Day. Is there any NFT projects you kind of look up to and that you want to aspire to be like, the Bored Apes, or you do not give a shit?
I technically don't give a shit about 99% of them. There's very few that I either look up to or have learned something from them. Obviously, the Bored Apes have a lot to teach in terms of marketing and how to capture people who are interested in your project and just virality in general. But gaming projects specifically that do good, I think Big Time is on the right track. They seem to be building. They seem to know what they're doing. They're doing an action RPG, so something similar to Diablo, which is really prime for using blockchain to just to host the economy on, right? So I think that one would be my shout out. Just Big Time.
Which one was that
now.
again? Just so
still looking at other projects.
What was that one again?
So if you go into bigtime.gg, you should see their website. It's kind of like the stylized Diablo.
Nice.
So it looks like Breath of the Wild-ish.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's well done. They have like 4 classes. It's pretty fun. It looks fun.
Nice. Awesome. I need to get into like the whole Dota, League of Legends-esque games. I think the over-the-top shooters is going to be my first exploration into that style of game. Any tips for a newbie on how to play that?
No fear, just good dive into it, head first.
Head first.
Yeah.
Guys, sorry, House of Dragons is probably the best thing. It's the GOAT. Okay? Jesus Christ. Both shows are probably bad. Haven't even watched. You guys still on the shows? Let's. You guys have any questions for A.N.I.M.O? This would be the good time. It'd be a great time to ask those questions. They could be hardball ones. They could be softball ones. Just ask away. I'm gonna try to put this soundboard on. So if my stream dies, you guys have a wonderful day, and make sure you follow at A.N.I.M.O NFT. But I do need to have this soundboard because it's the part of the dojo. So I'm gonna try it. But if we do disappear into the abyss, you had any final words for these people?
Stay tuned. I mean, there's obviously a lot going on behind the scenes that we haven't talked about. We'll hopefully have soon a chance to talk about those things. We are holding on to a few things that are almost ready.
Dude,
be
don't
on
give
the
him too
lookout
much.
for
You
an
might not
announcement
die.
relatively soon. Be on the lookout for an announcement regarding collectibles pretty soon. It's going to be a first limited run, but if there's enough demand, we're planning to do more. But yeah, I think it's happening pretty soon.
How soon we talking?
The tentative, I'm going to give a tentative, very, 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 very tentative date. Shipping December 20th. Very tentative, depends on the fulfillment center, but
He's got
we'll probably start taking pre-orders before that.
He's got his Chris Crinkle on. A.N.I.M.O looks like it's Chris Crinkle. December. It looks like they dropped. The elves are working. It's too soon to talk about Christmas though, as you all know. We haven't even hit Halloween yet. Let me try this Stream Deck for a second. This is all for testing purposes, anyways. So everything that I've been hearing from A.N.I.M.O definitely gets the APO. Let me turn this shit off. If you guys don't know what APO stands for, you're about to find out.
Alpha plays only.
One time.
Alpha plays only.
And third time.
Alpha plays only.
APO, goddamn, APO. Did you not know what APO stand for?
I did not know.
Okay, alpha plays only. We only touch things that have alpha play potential. You look like you guys have that, indeed. What's the floor sitting at? Like, what should I do? Like, not financial advice, but the floor. Where's the floor at right now?
I normally don't pay attention to it since I'm pretty busy actually, but I think every time I did it's either between 0.12 and 0.07. So it ranges between that, I would say, sometimes higher, sometimes lower. But yeah, from what I've seen, that's kind of about it. There's been obviously higher sales for the rarer pieces, but I think the highest one we've had was like 21 ETH to Pranksy.
21 ETH?
Yeah.
Pranksy bought that?
He has a couple of the 1-1s actually. So for the 1-1, something we're planning to do is that if you hold one, you basically get everything for free. Airdrop.
Jeez, man. I haven't heard that name Pranksy in a long time.
Yeah.
Wonder what happened to him. I mean, I know yeah, I have a funny story with Pranksy. I met him in the NBA Top Shot Discord, and he was just such a savage. You know, he created. I think Dingaling learned from him. We have a lot of cool history. I feel like that's going to be in a library one day of this Web3 journey of the early phases. You also know the beloved Mark the Habibi, right?
Yeah, of course. We worked closely with Mark on 1-1 piece for the collection. It's still there. So just gotta check who has it.
Damn.
Shout outs to
Habibi.
Mark,
I
obviously.
remember when I saw that piece, I was like, oh, I gotta get in. And then I saw a Missing Watcher piece. And you know, I love Missing Watcher a lot. I gotta give him flowers. That team flowers. They have a top-down shooter coming out too, and I'm like,
they're doing it right well. They're doing it right. I've seen some of what they're doing, and it looks so polished. Like it just looks so right.
Okay, okay.
Shout outs to them as well.
Okay.
What time is it over there where you're at?
I think it's 20 till 7 p.m. So I'm on Eastern time, basically.
Nice. How's your community received? Like the community you live in receive what you're doing? Like, are they do they see you as a startup? Do they see you as a grifter? Like, what do they think when they hear about Animo? Are they're kind of confused, or they believe in you?
Do you mean like the local community here,
Just
or the
family and
community that
just
we?
local.
Yeah, it's sometimes a bit harder to explain, but once you remove all the buzz from it and like make people understand that it's really just doing what we've always been doing in our careers, but within a, let's not say even a different market, but the same market, but extended to the crypto markets as well. It's a lot easier to understand, right? Because what we're doing at the end of the day is video games and collectibles, really. Uh, it's really that simple. We're just leveraging blockchain technology to accomplish that.
Yeah, I love it. I love how you guys under promise and over deliver. Like you never really said, "Hey, we're building a metaverse," or "We're doing," like you just did what you had to do, and I think people respect that. And um, do we have anything to look forward as far as airdrops or stuff like that? I mean, you said something in December.
Yeah.
Is that an airdrop?
So for the airdrop, we're actually working on that just to make sure it happens flawlessly. We'll have some testing, of course, some audits just to make sure that the contract's fine. But there's a really big airdrop coming to holders for the game items, right? So for every A.N.I.M.O you get, you're gonna get every piece that it's composed of. So each weapon, the body, the engine, the front part, the pilot. Additionally, you'll get a pilot suit as well to match that. This pilot suit, it's a bit special because it matches the paint theme of your mech. So whatever you put on it, the pilot suit will also have it. So whether it's camo, gold, narrow, the abstract skin, basically it will match it, right? So if you have the police one, it will give you a police outfit. The other outfits are just themed, right? So like the cadet outfit will always be the cadet outfit. So there's the outfits, the pilots, the parts. There's going to be a battle pass as well. This battle pass basically gives you access to all of these rewards and the opportunity to mint at a discount. So you'll have discounts on basically everything as well, from merch, collectibles to other things. And then we're also adding the additional airdrops for some of the suits that I mentioned earlier for cadets, for example. The other ones are still a secret though.
Yo, this shit belongs in Toys R Us. I shared the screen of the chicken, like the actual. Is this a physical collectible I'm seeing on your Medium article with the chicken in the red mech suit?
Yeah, probably.
Dang, dude, holy
That was
smokes!
so that's the one that's coming out shipping in December-ish.
Damn, to who?
To anyone who buys it. So we'll open up the sale first to ACES, who's a small group of the, let's say, the most active members of the community.
And
Then
then
it opens
holders,
up
right?
to all holders. Yeah. So then it opens up to holders, and then it opens up to the public for whatever's left of that supply. But let's say it sells out immediately to holders, right? Like we're just not gonna tell you, hey, thanks, fuck you guys, no more toys. We're obviously gonna print more. We're gonna manufacture more depending on the demand. We'll most likely take pre-orders for those, but we're still figuring out the logistics for the launch.
Yo, you could tell some blood, sweat, and tears went into the development of this toy. I don't know if it's a clay, like a mold casting, but this is a beautiful, beautiful representation of what Animo is doing. This is right here. You don't even see this often in the game. So
Yeah, so the final production unit will show pretty soon. I think the first images were released were the production unit, so the one that is actually the mold is made from, I think. But yeah, hopefully we'll have more information of that soon.
I need to give the sheesh on that one, guys. Prepare. Holy smokes. That's beautiful, beloved. That's beautiful. Holy smokes. I saw keybinds as well, like for my keyboard
Yeah. So, oh my God, we actually ran into some trouble with production for the keycaps, but nothing that can be fixed. So it got delayed a little bit. We're figuring that out, but yes, I'm dying to get those keycaps on my keyboard. They should fit like any mechanical keyboard. The keycaps, either way, if you remove them, you can see like what type of keycap you have. But hopefully we'll have some of those soon as well.
Damn, some of these keycaps on these keyboards are so expensive. Those are a collectible to, I feel like, the 4chan generation. Christian Dior says, "Yo, Animo and Young, fire, dude." Christian Dior, shout out to you, beloved. Gideon says, "One day, imagine Animo toys that are like Legos. Take out pilot, swap out the weapons, make a rainbow color one." Wow, didn't even think about that, Gideon. Red says, "They will definitely be plug and play for the pilots. That's for sure. Weapons, we're trying to make them the same." Mad Kraken throwing out Cobras. Red says, "But all to be finalized. Love that. Sheesh. Pulling apart Animal and putting them back together would make me feel like a 10-year-old again."
That's a goal.
I haven't felt like a 10-year-old in NFTs for such a long time, and I love that you guys are giving us toys and giving us items and not. I feel like you guys have a full catalog of surprises here, of like stuff that we can actually touch.
Because that's the thing, we're creating value, right? We're creating value through content, and that means that all of these different things materialize in some way. We're not just necessarily giving you like the next thing to chase, which could be like an airdrop or token or things like that, or staking. Like usually people will do this in an order, and there's nothing really tangible at the end of those lines unless you provide the content and the value that's behind it, right? Like, why would I stake into a game or something that's not necessarily fun, and then it becomes a job, right? Because you're just passively earning some income, and you're not really doing anything besides that. There's already idle games for that. Like, you could easily implement this into an idle game and it would be 10 times more fun. But I think the real value comes from creating the product first and then integrating all of this, let's call them mechanics, like either staking if it's useful for your project, or if you need a token for some reason, you do that as well. But it really depends on what you need.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Web3 sometimes has just like Web2 properties, but that's the saying that you guys are Web2, but it's nice to see just the attention to detail, the deliverables. I'm definitely super giddy about what's gonna happen in y'all's future. Maybe is there any collabs down the road that you're trying to do?
Yeah, there's like I think we have 2 or 3 lined up that are not technically finalized. Can't say it. But let's just say it's high profile projects and one high profile artist. Um, but yeah, we need to sign those before we obviously announce anything.
Are you guys hiring?
We will start hiring in the future, full-time positions for game developers, networking engineers, community managers. I think we have level design and environment artists as well. But yeah, we'll post those on obviously like all the official medium as well.
Sheesh. Well, if I do blow up on Twitch or YouTube, like XQC, let me play that shit early on stream. Okay? Please. I beg of you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Someone said, how big is the team currently?
So it fluctuates since we have contractors. It really depends on how much work is being done at the moment. So it could be anywhere from 8 to 20 people. I mean, I think the day before yesterday, I had a meeting with like 13 people on it. So
Jesus Christ,
it really
you guys
varies.
have more than most people. People just have like 1-2 devs.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you have to do, right? So since we're in a bear market and obviously our funds are limited, we've been very, very careful with spending. So whatever work we can do ourselves, we just take it on ourselves. But then for everything else, we try to outsource, and for whatever is specifically needed, right? So if Apple MECHS creates a new robot, then I'm not going to say mech creates a new mech because that would sound weird, but mech creates a new robot that has to go through art services for it to be ready for the game, because it's very high polygon. It's just going to slow down the game to 1 frame per second, so it's not going to work. You have to basically turn down the notch and then fake the details in so that it's not noticeable at the angle you play at. And that's how you kind of get it in game, right? So it has to go through this whole pipeline before it's ready. And that pipeline is what we outsource. Whatever, it's more of the mechanical work rather than the creative in-house work.
Wow. Holy smokes. A team of 13.
Yeah.
A lot of hidden gems on the way, physical toys. It looks like a polished game. I cannot wait to see the game modes that you guys develop, where maybe I could play chess with, if you have multiple A.N.I.M.Os, you could play kind of chess with your A.N.I.M.Os and the hierarchy. That would be cool on the game board. Yeah, you guys are in good hands. Chat, if you have any questions, please ask now. We are heading to the final stretch of Live with the Sensei 113 with A.N.I.M.O. Thank you to the listeners that have been listening, the audience. I love you guys. Appreciate the engagement. We just hit 100 messages on YouTube, and that's really cool to hit it that fast. That's always a goal. Follow at Young Show, at A.N.I.M.O. Please follow the host, follow the guest. All the stuff is in the description. I wanted to ask you, if you could be an alien, robot, or human, which one are you going for?
How different are the aliens from the humans? Are they
You don't know any of that. It's,
Like,
it's whatever you think it is, really. And then I want you to explain why.
I'll stay human. I'll stay with what I know. What if the alien robot, like, here you have a 50-50 here. You either turn into something awful, like, oh yeah, the aliens are just a blob, like no feelings, just low intelligence blobs, and then somehow you turn into that, or just stay a human, right? Or you could turn into Superman. Like, Superman's technically an alien, right?
Yeah, I feel like when I take mushrooms, whatever I see in that alien, whatever that deity is, I want to be that. So I would say alien. Or that could be a robot.
Alien robot.
Jeez, hold on. Let me say something about that. Alien robot, you gotta, let me turn this off. If there's alien robots, take me to the Shire. For all you Lord of the Rings haters out there, eat it. I'm just joking.
My favorite trilogy, by the way.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for instilling some type of hope. Laugh aloud. Low intelligence blob alien. Someone said low intelligence. Why you gotta be low IQ? It probably is the highest IQ. Wow. Oh my God. Hop in. Lord of the Rings is playing. Web3 is in the building. Shout out to Nifty Q. Gift Dead. I love the rebranding. Web3. I love the name. This guy Young is the GOAT. No, you're the GOAT, Nifty Q. Legendary. I would repeat, legendary host, podcast host, personality, educator inside Web3. Iron Alien, Rings of Power. Dude, I know you got shit to do. What do you got? What is the short term? What are your hands going to be doing short term in A.N.I.M.O?
So currently we're working on producing a lot of the marketing content. So this means trailers, a lot of asset production for the game environments where this trailer is going to be shot. So I'm just making sure that's all going smoothly. Sometimes diving in wherever it's needed myself. So if I go in and start building a level, or notice that one of the levels is lacking, like, oh yeah, we need some crates and boxes for this, I just create like a task for it. I put it in the back. I do some project management basically. I'm also doing some let's say cinematic shots on my own. I recently got a new PC that actually can run Blender, so I just put assets around and start capturing different angles, animating camera. Looks really cool, but takes some time as well. And then also there's also the game development. There's a lot to orchestrate on that side, so Usually my weeks I'll be talking to engineers, project managers, different developers on what they're doing, how it's going, and if they have any questions, obviously answering that. But yeah, it's usually meeting a lot of people who do a lot of different things.
Awesome. Well, guys, that was episode 113 of Live with the Sensei. We have a ton of stuff in our catalog, so make sure you go and watch it. You might find a hidden gem of a project that is blown up that we talked about. We've covered the Dead Fellas here, Gutter Cat, A.N.I.M.O. A lot of legends are in the rising here in this Web3 game, so don't give up. Touch some fucking grass and stop looking at the floor. I love you guys. I wanted to say this is the part of the show, A.N.I.M.O, where I give you the gong. I haven't done this in like 3 months because I took a break. I went to the Himalayas. I'm gonna give you this gong, and you have the floor, and then we're gonna leave. So prepare for the gong. You can marry somebody with the gong. You can speak your truth. You can expose somebody. Whatever that you want to do, whatever your truth is, the gong will release it from your soul. All right, here's the gong.
Let's say A.N.I.M.O will be the best game that uses blockchain technology in 2024.
You sure?
Yes, very sure.
How dare I question the legend? That was cool. A.N.I.M.O is going to be rocking the streets during a recession. It's going to be probably the next... What is that game? Fall Guys? What was the game before it? With the people running around the spaceship?
Among Us.
Among Us. I feel like it's going to happen for you guys. I feel you're going to get that Among Us wave. I swear. I just feel it. Yeah, guys. We're out of here. Live the dream. Eat ice cream. And above all, stay content. We're going to go to the outro, mute your mic, and just stay put. And guys, thanks for everything. Like the stream. Kiss grandma. And love on the people you need to love on. All right, we're out. Peace.
I can't wait to get my neck frozen. Each time it's down for every night I'm fucking homeless. Had to take these L's for me to get this focused. Might collect the pick that I can buy a home with. All this APO inside the DOJO. I'm sure you wanna take a photo. Say you ain't going when you don't take risks. That's why you don't fall for FOMO.
Yeah, and I still shoot from the logo. How you get this far off a photo? They just always gon' hate what they don't know. All the seats like what I need a bag for. Yeah, running to these plays, no hassle. Couldn't spend what I spend on gas though. Now she wanna pull me in, no lasso. Would've bought a Montclair, didn't match though. Shit.
Man, you wanna act like an asshole. Man, you wanna burn this cash sight. Knew that fella and I got from sight. Just started shit and I feel like I might to get my neck frozen. Each time it's down for every night I was fucking homeless. Had to take these L's for me to get this focus. Might collect the pick that I can buy a home with. All this APO inside the DOJO. I'm sure you wanna take a photo. Say you ain't going when you don't take risks. That's why you don't fall for FOMO.
Yeah, and I still shoot from the logo. How you get this far off a photo? They just always gon' hate what they don't know. All the seats like what I need a bag for.
DOJO.